We were talking about 2-on-1 and the concept of 2-on-1, especially when you're going empty hand versus knife. And this is not a new concept. You can find other explanations of this, more in-depth explanations of this, enough of them online. But this is a basic introduction to the concept and the need for 2-on-1. So basically what 2-on-1 means is I want 2 points of contact on his knife arm. And what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to isolate this arm so I can control it, right? And through controlling the arm, I also want to be able to control the rest of the body. Now a very basic example of 2-on-1 is just me doing this. 2 of my hands on his knife arm. It's very rudimentary control, and I want to use this maybe as a platform to go into more effective ways of controlling. Generally, when we're talking about controlling the limb, we need to talk about different parts of the limb from where you can move or effectively control it. If I want to move Babu, if I want to move his hand, then I will use the wrist. That's why when Babu punches, we generally parry back from the wrist, right? When I want to move the hand, we use the wrist. But when we want to move the whole body, I want to go up higher, either on the tricep or on the bicep. So one of the most effective ways of 2-on-1 is using the wrist control and the tricep control. So I'm in here. At the same time, having my head nice and deep. The same thing can be done on the outside, where I have that same wrist control, but now I have that bicep control, and I have my head down. All of this functions only if I isolate that limb effectively. To isolate that limb effectively, I need to straighten it out. The closer Babu's hand is to his body, the stronger he is. The further it is away from his body, the stronger I am. So whether it's 2-on-1 on the inside, I need that limb straightened, and from here I'm looking to bar that arm. When it's on the outside, I again need that limb straightened, and again I'm looking to bar that arm. So I have wrist control, bicep control, and on this side, I have wrist control, tricep control. Now, these are the 2 most common ways of 2-on-1 control. For this will be inside control, where I'm inside his shoulders, or outside control, where I'm outside his shoulders. This is where I want to be ideally, where his arm is stretched out across my body. I have that wrist control, I have that bicep control, and this is where I'm fighting and striking and headbutting, biting, all of those things. Often though, you might find yourself on the inside for a variety of reasons, depending on where you are, the way he's striking. You might find yourself on the inside. Now it's important to also understand how to get 2-on-1 effective 2-on-1 control here, but also how to transition from here to the outside. So that's what this drill is for. We start from here with both my hands on his wrist. And I'm just going to put my head on Babu's shoulder. My head remains on his shoulder the entire time. This is also one form of control. From here, I'm going to constantly, every time that both my hands are on his wrist, I'm looking to pull Babu downwards. I'm looking to pull Babu downwards because I'm looking to straighten that arm. That's going to make controlling it when I go inside or outside much easier. So from here, I'm going to switch to inside. When I go inside, my Babu's knife hand is stuck to my waist. My free hand is on Babu's tricep, and my head is down. And I'm looking to put pressure down while straightening that arm. And all the while, I'm looking to pull Babu by barring that arm. From here, I want to switch to the outside. So again, I'm going to push Babu's hand to his body, slide my hand down, straightening that arm. I'm going to switch to the outside. Again, barring that arm, hand on his wrist, other hand on his bicep, head on his shoulder the whole time. Now I'm going to switch inside again. I'm going to pull that arm down, my head stays on his shoulder, my hand drops to that wrist, straightens that arm, and I'm going to switch to the inside. Again, barring that arm, sticking this to my waist, go down, switch to the outside, go down, switch to the inside, go down, switch to the outside, down, switch to the inside. Every time I switch, I'm pushing his arm towards him, and I'm making space, because if I don't, as I switch, he's going to slice across my body. So I want to pull down, push the hand to his body, switch. My head stays on his shoulder the whole time. Pull down, switch. Pull down, switch. From this drill, a whole bunch of other things can come, but it's very important to establish this bit of control. When I'm getting 2-on-1, I'm getting comfortable, or as comfortable as I can get being on the inside and switching to the outside.